everyone, and welcome to today's Daily Trade Watch. Now, today is Thursday, the 26th of July, and what we do in this 5-minute video is look for really high probability trading opportunities in the financial markets. So without further ado, if we could draw your attention to our disclaimer, obviously please do familiarize yourselves with the risks involved in trading the financial markets. Now, because of the nature of the markets over the course of today, we are going to start, as we always do, with just a look where we look through the markets for some high probability trading opportunities ahead. But really what must be stressed at this point is all eyes are very much on the ECB. So if we get up our trading platform, we can see that there's a considerable amount of indecision in these markets just for the time being. And you can see yesterday we saw a little bit of strength come into the euro, and we're selling off a little bit. So there's a lot of congestion in and around a fairly short range in the euro dollar, and we're seeing that across many markets at the moment. So the good news is that there seems to be some sort of consensus between the US and Europe with regards to tariffs, and the easing of tensions there seem to be somewhat improved, and we saw a big move off the back of that decision in the US equity markets. And it's interesting to see what has subsequently happened. So we'll have a look at these markets very shortly, because I'm going to flick through each of them. What I want to draw your attention to is 12:45 p.m. London time, we have the main refinancing rate. So it's expected really for rates to remain at zero. Now, we will have the conference by Draghi at 1:30 London time, which will be very important. And really, I guess the markets will be looking for the details on the rate at which the ECB will be looking to increase their interest rates. There's a lot of speculation around the end of 2019. If that comes forward, then that will be somewhat more hawkish. If it's beyond that, if it's a lot more doubt and it's a bit more dubious, then it might end up being quite dovish. So really, with a major news event like this, we're going to exercise a little bit of patience this morning. So you can go to forexfactory.com and you can have a look in. There's articles as well. If you click on the news feed, you'll get the information there as well if you need it. Okay, so like I said, slightly unusually, if we flick through these markets, we can see a little bit of indecision. Yes, we have seen a little bit of strength continuing yesterday. We were looking to buy this market yesterday. It was one of the few trades potentially for us to get involved in. As we're looking across the other markets, we're getting the dollar yen is there's a clear level of support around this, and it looks like we're extending lower. So it's just very choppy price action. We're seeing 3-4 days of sideways moving consolidated price action in the dollar Swiss. Now, yesterday we did see a strong sell-off in the dollar CAD, and today we're finding a little bit of decision based on that level. Now, it is effectively a counter trend move, so we do want to see whether this market has genuine intent to continue to roll over, and if the bullish dollar story is over, then we will certainly look at that. But for now, we'll just exercise a bit of patience. The Aussie dollar, we're just offsetting a little bit of yesterday's move to the upside, but you can see the market conditions really over the last month or so is very much sideways moving. The New Zealand dollar struggling to break above where we're tracing now on yesterday's opportunities. So the same for the euro pound. We're seeing a little bit of support, potentially a little bit of support being created around this level, the 88, 82 level. But we're running into these highs over here. But we'll see what happens with the euro and the pound, and certainly going into the ECB announcement. You know, you really don't want to be taking chances at this stage. There's not an awful lot of movement in some of these. Now we have seen the yen strengthen even further against the euro and also the Swiss and the pound yen as well. And that's despite the risk-on approach which we've seen in the US equity space. So we'll have a look at that shortly. Just going into the commodities, we're retracing yesterday's move, just 5-6 days of consolidation. Now, there's potentially, with yesterday's crude oil inventories, where we saw a little bit of a move to the upside, we are looking at potentially looking to buy this market above the 70.31. So that may present us with some opportunities today. So we'll keep an eye on this market closely. Obviously, we're retracing a little bit on yesterday's move, and we failed to break above that 70.31. So that is one market to keep an eye on. Yeah, what's interesting yesterday when the announcement was made, obviously the US equities rallied. There was a really strong move in the end, and we've actually gapped up low. Oh, sorry, we've gapped down, should I say? So the close of this market was at the 28.43, and the open was slightly lower at the 28.33 level. So a significant gap down, and we see that as well in the NASDAQ, the US 100, and a lot of that was to do with the results which were seen by Facebook. So this has gapped up quite considerably, and this was all-time highs yesterday. So that's what makes that price action difficult to trade. And we are in and around this kind of area here in the US 30. So it's going to be really interesting to see what unfolds. We're getting some mixed pictures and mixed images with regards to other equities markets. So really choppy price action there in the FTSE 100, and we're attempting, as we are in the crude oil, we'd prefer to look at the crude oil market just because of the nature of the setup. So apart from crude oil, we're quite happy to reserve judgment effectively, certainly until we get the news from the ECB, and then we might see some movement across the dollar pairs as a result. So that might be an opportunity for us over the course of the day. So unfortunately, it's just going to be one of these days where we're just going to exercise a little bit of patience and just see how these markets start to unfold, or will we actually continue to see this sort of consolidating environment? So we'll have to wait and see. Just be very patient today, and obviously if you do end up trading, protect yourselves at all times with your risk management approach. Now, if you would like to connect with us, please do on YouTube. The details are there up on the screen, and we go live at 2 p.m. Every single day. Also, you can connect with us through Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So that just about concludes then today's daily Trade Watch. So thank you as always for joining us. Do take care, and we look forward to seeing you soon. From everyone here, bye for now.